I guess it was a ghost. I don't know. Maybe it was a thing that was running around the outside of the walls. Maybe it was the person in the priest hole. I'm 2 years older than James. We got on really well as kids and teenagers, and still do now. He experienced more than I did. I do remember seeing something walking around the windows of the lounge and never being able to see quite what it was. It was just a blur of a human shape. Probably a small adult, tall enough to be able to be seen through the lounge windows. I think you'd have been able to tell if it was like an actual human being, because you'd be able to see features or hair or, I don't know, distinctive clothing or anything like that, but it was just a blur. The figure always went from the French doors around the side of the lounge past the 2 lounge windows. So it always went that way round the house. We'd go out and look, go, oi, you know, what you're doing in our garden type thing, but there was never anybody there. We'd never found them, and we would go out and look. I also remember being in the lounge and footsteps running around the walls of the lounge on the outside. It's like someone was running around the outside of the house, faster and faster and faster. They must have been on the inside wall because there was nowhere else for them to be, but on the outside of the house, it sounded like they were running around the outside walls of the house, like somebody was running like that along the walls. I remember being quite frightened. I don't scare that easy. I remember another incident. There were 4 of us there, me, James, Cameron and his younger sister Olivia. We were in the lounge and we could hear footsteps running around upstairs. It was quite loud, and I distinctly remember all 4 of us being really brave, thinking, right, we're going to investigate this. And we went up the stairs, got to the beginning of the corridor, and the footsteps got louder and louder and faster and faster, and we were all crapping it basically, and all 4 of us piled down the stairs in a big bundle of teenagers and ran. It made your heart pound. It was heart-poundingly scary. That pit of fear in your stomach, and the time when we all piled down the stairs and that time in the lounge were the 2 times that I really remember being very frightened of it, whatever it was. Because it was unknown, we didn't know what it was, but it was very loud, and it was definitely running footsteps, getting louder. I mean, the house was weird. But it was home. It was always home as long as there were people there. Like, if Mum and Dad went out for an evening, it was a bit creepy. If you were there on your own, it wasn't an empty house with just you in it. There was definitely a feeling, I suppose, about the house. It was just part of the landscape of our childhood, I suppose. I'm open to it being some kind of supernatural figure, ghost or apparition.